About half an hour ago I hit a fishing vessel, a huge fish trawler. I was sleeping and I woke up and I was here in the cockpit looking up a huge wall with a fish trawler, and my starboard side sails were in his side. My janiker was stuck on his cranes and sinks on the side, and I hear sail ripping, and I was bouncing a few times with the outrigger into the fishing vessel, and then luckily I could slip past and go, but that was a real shock moment. And then I investigated all the first most important things, so there was no water coming in. The foil is damaged, but not the foil case. The bowsprit is broken off. The bow pulpit is ripped, but still still hanging on. And so I had also the flapping broken sail in the air. So first I dressed up. I took a deep breath, dressed up, put my harness on, clipped on. Luckily I was fully switched on and calm. Then I went on the foredeck and made a plan how to get the sail back on board. First I thought cutting everything, but then I thought maybe I can use the halyard and other things later on. I dropped the windward rudder to have the maximum safety in steering. Yeah, and so that was quite a job, getting the sail back in the bow. It's probably an hour ago by now, and climbing on the outrigger, inspect. So the shroud, the upper shroud on starboard is broken off, is ripped off the terminal, but the outrigger is still in place, and I can rig a safety, a jury shroud. The mast has two shrouds, so the lower shroud is still there. I'm on port tack, so the rig is looking good, safe for now, as far as I can judge. Yeah, so now I'm corresponding with the short team to come up with the best plan. I will probably reef my mainsail, which is still up full main, just to be safer. And I have the the bent foil in the water breaking quite a bit. So I'm really gutted, and I'm sorry for everyone who supports us that this happened. It's certainly the worst nightmare that happened to me so far. And on the positive side, we're still in the race. We still have a mast. We have 85 miles to the finish, so I think we can make it. We will lose a lot of places, but that's almost secondary now. And what really intrigues me is, why did it happen? I had all my alarms on, and I had many ships this afternoon where the radar alarm would perfectly alert me, the AIS alarm would perfectly alert me. Oscar was on as well. I had everything on, and I have on purpose checked on every ship if the alarm works well, and so observing on the radar how the echo is, and that was all working perfectly with all the past ships I crossed. And when I came up here and after the incident, there was no alarm at all. So normally I have to acknowledge an alarm when the radar alarm comes up, but how can the radar not pick up that ship? I have no idea. Sometimes the fishing people don't switch on their AIS. Yeah, okay. Take another deep breath and try to solve this problem with the shroud, and look forward to the finish. It's quite heartbreaking, but we will make it.